going on YouTube? I am back with another video, and this one's going to be an updated look at my top 10 most valuable cards in my collection. And as always when I do these videos are in no way trying to brag. I just really like doing them, and I think a lot of people out there like watching them. I know I like watching these videos when other YouTubers do their top 10 favorite cards, their top 10 most valuable, top 10 favorite pickups of the year, or whatever it may be. I really enjoy watching those videos myself, so I hope you guys enjoy watching them as well. And this one is a pretty interesting one because with the way the hobby is today, you could pretty much do a top 10 most valuable cards in your collection every month, and it could be completely different. It is just absolutely crazy with the way the hobby is right now, with how volatile stuff is. You guys are gonna see here in a few minutes when I show the number one card on the list. Probably 2 or 3 months ago, this card would have been at number like 9 or 10 or not even on the list, and it is the number one most valuable card in my collection. And you guys probably, if you watch my videos, you probably have a pretty good idea of what that card is, but it's just crazy. I knew from the start that it was way undervalued. It has finally, started to gain some respect and picked up a ton of value. So you guys are going to see that in a few minutes when I show it. The number one card in my collection, like I said a few months ago, might not have even made the list. So it is just crazy. I would highly recommend a few guys that you do not sell. I would not sell Luka. I would not sell LeBron. I would not sell Giannis, and I probably wouldn't sell Zion either. I think, especially with basketball about to start up, if those top guys do anything in the playoffs at all, their stuff is only going to go up. Even as hot as it is right now, it's only going to go up, especially LeBron, especially Giannis. If Giannis breaks through and finally gets his first title, his stuff is going to absolutely skyrocket. So some of the cards you see in the background there that are not on the list, the Zion mosaic insert, the Giannis mosaic insert, the Giannis red, those could easily be, number 1 or 2 if the Bucks actually win the championship. The LeBron back there, that could be, pretty much any LeBron in my collection, if he wins another title, would be on the list. So I just figured this would be a very interesting video to do, and maybe 3 months down the road, 4 months down the road, I'd do another one, and it could be completely different. I actually did have a couple cards here just to kind of reiterate that point that these are pretty valuable cards, but a month or two down the road, these could be number 1 or 2 on the list. You never know. If Gary V starts tweeting about Sekou, who knows? This card could be $1,000. So this is the Prism Purple. This one is actually numbered to 75. So this is the most short printed Prism Sekou card in my collection. So a few months ago, this one was actually really valuable when his stuff was on fire. His stuff has kind of cooled down a little bit here recently, especially with the Pistons. I don't think they're going to be in the playoffs. I'm not 100% sure, but his stuff has definitely cooled down. But, like I said, if Gary V starts tweeting about Sekou, who knows? His stuff could absolutely go crazy. And then this one, again, kind of like I just mentioned, if the Lakers and LeBron have a really good, solid playoff run, pretty much any LeBron card in my collection could be, the most valuable cards. And this one is a pretty rare one. The red ice goes really good with the Cavs uniform, and I couldn't find any comps on this one on eBay. I didn't see any recent sold other than the blue cracked ice, which went for about $150 to $200. So it didn't quite make the list, but honestly, I would think I could probably get $250 to maybe $300 out of this card. So just about on the list, but not quite. And mentioning eBay comps, I will try to throw some screenshots up on the screen to kind of back up my opinion and hopefully help the value that I'm saying the cards are. So we're going to start out with this BGS 95 Zion Prism, and this one is a true gem, and these go for about $300. I think $300 to maybe $350. So again, I will try to throw up screenshots on the screen of every card just to kind of show the value, and I will be looking at sold listings. So some of the cards that you'll see here, the sold listings are kind of all over the place, so I just kind of took the average of some of those. So I think this one is pretty consistently about $300 though. So I'm going to start with nice Zion there, and he will be making another appearance here soon. But next card we have is a Luka Optic PSA 10 base, and I think this one is kind of in between, close to that one, in between like 300 to 400. So probably an average of about $350. So as you can see there, I do have another one in the background, but I just showed one on the top 10 list. So about 350 there. And then this one here is a Kyler red, white, and blue. And again, a couple months ago, this one probably wouldn't have been on the list, but his stuff is hot right now, especially with the signing. I can't remember the wide receiver that they just picked up, but when they did pick up that top wide receiver, his stuff kind of skyrocketed because everyone, kind of thinks he'll have a top guy to be throwing to. So his stuff went crazy, and this one is about, I would say a little bit more than that one, probably 350 to 400 on this one. So PSA 10 Prism red, white, and blue. And number 4 on the list is going to be a LeBron mosaic from last year. So Prism mosaic from 18-19 PSA 10. And another crazy one, I remember when I got this back from PSA, I had the value at like, I don't know, something crazy like $75 to $100, and now these are doing about $500. So again, I cannot recommend you guys enough. If you guys have LeBron, if you have Giannis, Luka, players like that, the top players, Kawhi even, I would not sell those guys, especially not before basketball starts back up. So LeBron PSA 10 mosaic from last year goes for about $500. And then the next one is the only one that is actually not graded, and these have gone crazy. I had no idea that these were going for what they are. And again, I will try to throw up a screenshot of some of the recent sales. I picked this up a long time ago before Lamar blew up, and honestly, I don't remember what I picked it up for. I want to say probably $50 or under. And these are crazy. This is one of the cards that I kind of mentioned was all over the place. So I've seen some sold listings for like $600 all the way up to $900, which is crazy. Lamar stuff is just absolutely on fire. So could not be happier about this. I did have some of his Prism cards as well. Some pretty short printed Prism cards, including like the stained glass, a couple of the die cut Prism cards. And after they beat the Dolphins, I think in week 1 of last season, his stuff skyrocketed, and I actually let those go, and that was a huge mistake. So that was probably the biggest mistake I have made in my time in the hobby, was letting a bunch of really nice Lamar Prism stuff go way too early. I did make money on it, but not nearly what those cards go for now. And the next one is the newest addition to the list. This is the Select Zion Silver Premier Level 9.5. This one did get a min gem, so this one getting a min gem does hurt the value just a little bit. But these, oh, and by the way, I think the value I had on this was, I think the average was probably around a little bit north of $500, maybe $600. So we'll go 600 conservative on that one. And then this one is about 7. So these are kind of all over the place as well, in between like 7 to 900. So this being a min gem, I am going to value this one about 700. So again, nice BGS 9.5 Premier Zion Silver. I did just get this back a few days ago, so that is a new addition to the collection. And then the next one, I think we are on number 7, another Lamar. Again, just an absolute crazy card. I picked this up raw at a card show last year for like $5 and turned it into a PSA 10, which is now, I think these are going for about $800 to $900, which is just insane. I would have never ever predicted that these are going for that much. So PSA 10, just a base Lamar PSA 10 for like $800 to $900. So it's just crazy. And same thing with the next one. Again, a Prism base PSA 10. I think these are doing a pretty similar to the Lamar, about $800 or $900, and just crazy. I don't know, how I acquired this. I don't know if I pulled it myself, if I picked it up. I really don't know. I've had this one for a very long time. So yeah, but number 3 on the list. So very nice Luka, PSA 10. And then the next one, I know I did pull this one myself. I've had this one for a very long time as well, probably over a year now. So pulled this one myself, and this was one of the first cards that I ever did send to PSA. And it was a silver Trae Young, got a PSA 10, and these have gone way up. You know, again, I've been saying it. It's really hard to lose money right now in the hobby. Everything is just going crazy if you do have the right cards and the right players. And Prism Silver and Trae Young, definitely the right card and definitely the right player. So I know when I got this back, like last year from PSA, these were doing like $400 or $500, and these are north of $1,200 right now, which Trae Young is not even going to be in the playoffs. Like, the Hawks are one of the worst teams, and his stuff is still doing crazy well. So really valuable one there. Like I said, about $1,200. And then the next one, you guys probably already knew what was coming. PSA 10 Luka Mosaic Blue. I did pull this one myself as well out of a Mosaic box last year. This one did get a PSA 10, and it's funny because I was thinking about this. These are doing like over $1,500 right now. I think like the last couple sales have been about $1,600 or $1,700, and I was doing a live video not too long ago on Instagram, and I think I was doing like a box break or something, and someone said, would you consider selling the Luka Mosaic in the background there? I had it, you know, sitting up back here, and I was like, man, I really don't know. That's like my favorite card in my collection. And he was like, you know, at the time, I think they were doing like $700 or $800, and he was like, I'll give you $1,500 for it. And I'm like, oh man, I don't know. That's tough because that's like a legit offer, way more than what they were going for, like double what they were going for at the time. And again, I'm like, man, that's like my favorite card. I'm gonna have to pass. So I passed on that one, and now here like a month or two later, they are doing more than $1,500 what he offered me. So just crazy. Again, I cannot tell you guys enough. The top players in the league, LeBron, Giannis, Luka, do not sell them. Their stuff is only gonna go up. So again, I hope you guys did enjoy that one. That was an updated look at the top 10 most valuable cards in my collection. And again, this is just my opinion. You guys can disagree with the prices or maybe the order or, you know, whatever it may be. Just my opinion. And again, in no way was this meant to brag. I just, you know, like watching these videos. I hope you guys do as well. So that's going to do it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I will be back this week with some more products. I did pick up a couple boxes of Elite Basketball, which released on Panini's website this past week. And then I did pick up one Select Football Cosmic Pack, which will be you know, hopefully delivered here in the next couple days. So that one will be a very short video, but I am super excited about those. If you guys have seen those cards look incredible, so I cannot wait to open my one pack. And that's gonna do it, so I will see you guys very soon.